Hello there. In this video, I'm going to touch upon a topic which I feel we should be talking and we should be talking it publicly. And this is something that people should be thinking about. And the topic is the matrimonial site business trap in India. So I am going to put a facts in this video. It's not like an opinion driven video. It is not like my opinion, what I think, or it's not like opinions of a certain group. It's not an opinion of a majority. It's not like what I feel and what I think. It is about like what is there and what is happening. Okay, so it is going to be fact driven video, and the fact number one that I want to put up front is India is the only country which has most number of or the highest number of matrimonial sites or the matrimonial businesses than anywhere in the world. Okay, you can Google it out and cross check. I'm not like putting facts just blindly or just trying to like fake the things. You can like Google it out and see. I would also provide the description links if you want references of it. I myself has lived in a different countries. Okay, I come from the India, but I have lived in a Europe. Okay, I currently living in a Germany, and I have observed that yeah, Germany also have the matrimonial side and the businesses, but they are completely different. They are completely different and works in a very well effective way. If you like see them, if I have to point them, then they are like exactly opposite on the polar sides. But the fact is that there are very less matrimonial sites in the businesses here. I mean, there is hardly, if I have to count, like two or three which are like there, which actually people know. There is only one, by the way, which works really well, and there are two or three other competitors to it, but which doesn't really work well. And there are certain regulations, there are government regulation also, like you cannot like just come and start the matrimonial side business. But in India, there is no such a regulation. You can like just come and start your matrimonial side business. You can open your matrimonial agency, you can run it offline, you can like form a small community, you can do whatever shit you want. There is no any obligations and no any regulations, no any rules on forming a business which has to do with the matrimonial things. Okay, so this is actually a fueling factor when it comes to like why these businesses are flourishing in India. There are multiple matrimonial sites and the businesses. I'm not gonna say their name. I myself feel very ashamed of taking their names, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like I have tried these sites. Okay, not a site, only one site. So I have tried it and I have my experience, and I'm not gonna put my experience. I'm gonna tell the things driven highly by my experience. Now there are multiple aspects why matrimonial sites are flourishing in India, and it has highly, I would say, only to do with our religious belief, our social system, and I would get directly there and say a word, a caste system. We have a caste-based system, which is not something to be proud of. Okay, it's not something to take a pride. It's definitely not a good thing, and it's definitely not a thing of a pride. If you're taking a pride of it, I mean, you are living in your delusional world somewhere. You have to get out of that reality. And I think it's a major driving factor of this whole matrimonial site business. If you see that these matrimonial sites, I hardly seen any site which actually doesn't ask you what is your caste, what religion you belong to, which suits perfectly well into what people are asking for. If people want to do a marriage, what they want is like they want a similar, they want a next person from the similar caste. Okay, now I'm referring here word caste. Okay, I'm not referring like a community. If you want a person from the same community, same language, same culture, totally fine. Okay, I don't have any objections on that. Thinking radically, it's perfectly fair thing. Okay, I don't have any objection. I mean, you go for the person from the same culture, same language. That makes 100% sense. But you go for the person who is only belonging to your caste and nothing else. I mean, your culture, your community, and your language. That's totally fine. What if I belong to a lower caste? Does that change the way I look, the handsome I am, the intelligent I am? Does that change anything? Does that change my ability and my persona? Definitely not. It's not a thing to be like, associated with these things. I totally understand that you need to have a person who you want to hang out with, you need to share the things, you need to spend time with, but those things has to do with the person, how they are, how they think, what are their beliefs, how they look, how they speak, how they think. what is their educational background, what is their social background, maybe what is their spiritual beliefs. There are serious consequences, guys, listen to me. There are serious consequences that the country is facing, the people are facing. If you don't have a good biological mixture, you are going to get very poor results. The natural selection of the fittest, it applies everywhere, and if you like just gonna go against it, you know what is going to be a result of it. Yeah, so the people uses it because of this social system belief and this religious belief. um, but there are some serious problems with this whole business model itself. Yeah, okay, I assume that you are a person who believes in these things, you believes in the caste system, you believe in the religious things, and you want to find out a partner which fulfills your criteria. So the data of the arranged marriages, or in general the marriages happening in India, says that 78% of the marriages that are happening are actually arranged or decided by their elders, and then the people willingly marry. Okay, and remaining are like other cases, if they choose to have their partner on their own and not to go with the elder. So if those marriages are still happening in the traditional way, then what does these sites are actually doing? Does it really have any impact? People get lost in the crowd. You see many people there, and it is actually a very human psychological nature. If you see a choices, then you're going to spend a much more time making a decision. I mean, it is scientifically proven. I remember the Higgs law from the UX principle, laws of UX, which says that it takes more time to make a decision if you increase the number of choices that you have. And this is the exactly the same thing happening. If you have the multiple choices, you have more choices, you are going to actually spend a more time, unnecessarily more time, making those decisions. So getting lost in the crowd is my point. And I just want to like put this quick figures over here. Again, they are facts and not some survey thing. If you see the number of profiles that you have on one of the matrimonial site that I am showing here in this screen, that there are 6 lakh something of the male profiles and 3 lakh of something female profile. So that is like almost 200% more. That means you have almost double of a men there, and just half of the women there. I mean, how could it work? I mean, the it is impossible. It is mathematically impossible that those profiles are going to land up in a success, or even if you like take a subset of it, it is very unlikely that those profiles are going to land in a success. What I mean by success is like getting the right partner. I have seen people go through a mental trauma because you just get neglected. People feel like an option, and nobody likes to be like treated as an option. But and I know that people are going to use it. Nothing gonna change this in India. The facts, even the facts are not going to change the fact. People use it, it is a fact. And why not to use it? What are the bad effects of it? That's also a fact, but people are going to use it irrespective of it. So it would end up in having drama. Overall, I would say drama and loss of time, efforts. uh, yeah, some people may get a fruitful result out of it. Definitely it's not a bad thing. Those cases are very minute. And I don't know how, I don't know how pride you will feel when you will get at the end of it. I think similar is the situation with the dating app, which I have never tried and I don't wish to try. I don't know. I cannot emphasize it more. Whoever is using it, I wish you a best luck with it. Bye bye.